Today's news: European Union to increase democratization support to its neighbors. Murdered sportsman's family threatened by law enforcement agencies in Nakhchivan. Transgate company refuses compensation to injured passenger. Need for computerization of municipalities. The European Union announced modification of European neighborhood policy, which henceforth will be based on more support, more commitment principle. This was reported by the head of EU representation in Azerbaijan, Ambassador Roland Kabia. The European neighborhood policy was adopted in 2004 and sought to implement programs to promote the EU's neighbors, the countries of North Africa and the Middle East and a number of post-Soviet states. The updated European neighborhood policy, as explained by Kabia, provides for greater assistance to EU partners and at the same time imposes great responsibilities. 1.2 billion euros will be allocated for the program in the coming years. The key point of the new course is EU's cooperation with partners in democracy. It is about working towards holding democratic elections and the freedoms of assembly, speech, expression and press, the rule of law and impartial judiciary, transparency in the government spending, and civilian control over the army and police. Kabia said that each country is free to determine its path of development and degree of cooperation with the EU. Each country itself will decide whether it wants to use the possibilities of integration into the globalizing world system or wants to stay in isolation and to minimize its international relations, said Kabia.
On the 24th of May, at the IRFS Press Center, Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic residents Rovshan Bayramzadeh and Yasaman Bayramova conducted a press conference about the improper investigation held into the crime that left Mamed Bayramov dead. Yasaman Bayramova gave information about the incident. According to Bayramova, Mamed Bayramov was called by his neighbor Orkan Aliyev at 3 a.m. on the 12th of August. Then he was stabbed to death by Rasul Nadirov. His parents claim that the murder was committed by Orkan Aliyev, Rasul Nadirov, and several other persons together. Rasul Nadirov has been sentenced to 11 years imprisonment. My son was a sportsman. Several persons held him and Rasul Nadirov stabbed a knife into his heart, noted Yasaman Bayramova. Yasaman Bayramova said that family members were subjected to pressure by an attorney who is conducting an investigation at the Nakhchivan City Prosecutor's Office. She also said that the incident occurred after a dispute. However, the case is presented as a matter of honor. The family is disappointed with the preliminary investigation. Neither initial court instance nor court of appellate instance accepted the parents' claims for execution. The parents have already filed an appeal to the Supreme Court. Additionally, Rovshan Bayramzadeh said that they were pressured and threatened by law enforcement agencies in the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic. We received threatening calls. They told us that our visits to Baku would damage Nakhchivan's image, said Bayramzadeh.
Transgate limited liability company refused to recognize the rights of Raya Abbasova, who was injured in a traffic accident in 2009. The company has refused compensation for the harm she suffered, as reported at a press conference today at the Institute for Reporters Freedom and Safety with Mirzaga Zeynalov, Abbasova's son. On December 4, 2009, Aliullah Agayev, the bus driver, violated the traffic rules in the village of Shuvalan, and as a result, 75-year-old Abbasova fell through the open door and broke her leg as she fell to the road. The surgery and medical bill in the Kaber clinic totaled 1,060 Azeri manats, of which 500 Azeri manats was spent on medicine. Abbasova's treatment is currently ongoing. The bus driver Aliullah Agayev immediately refused to pay part of treatment costs, and in accordance with the decision of Khazar District Court on April 1, 2010, was sentenced to a year-and-a-half settlement in Hachmaz region. The Transgate company dismissed him post factum and refused to recognize him as an employee. Following these actions, Raya Abbasova appealed to court demanding compensation. The judge of Sabancı District Court, Gultekin Asadova, twice notified the leadership of Transgate about the trials on May 6 and 23, but their representatives failed to appear. The third trial has been scheduled for June 8. In accordance with the judge's decision, the driver must attend the trial. Even if the representative of the automotive company doesn't appear, the court's decision will be published. According to Mirzaga Zeynalov, who believes in the force of law, the executive authorities ignore even fair decisions. The founder of Transgate Company is a well-known businessman, Hafiz Mehmedov, and the first executive director was Anar Mehmedov, son of the transport minister and currently the president of Zigan Holding. According to documents, the current executive director is named as Sanan Imanov. The future of municipalities in Azerbaijan will be led through the transparency of the financial system and computerization. This is the leitmotif of today's roundtable discussion on application of e-governance in local government, the real state of affairs, and look into the future. According to the representative of the German Technical Corporation NGO, Katharina Lamp, this is not the first event of its kind. Training activities had been carried out with the Ministries of Economic Development and Justice. Technical equipment of the local municipalities and their real returns for local budgets could be better, but the adopted public documents allow the help to survey the prospect of a new phenomenon for the Azerbaijan society. According to the chairman of the Center for Economic Development, Gubadi Badoglu, last year the World Economic Forum gave Azerbaijan the 60th place among 134 participants in the development of information technology, which was a good indicator. Computerization of municipalities means public access to relevant information resources, when both local authorities and the citizens will have quick access to the legal framework to decrease the level of unproductive correspondence and bureaucracy and simplify decision-making. In addition, human and financial resources will be saved, mechanisms of progressive governance will be developed, and the transparency of municipalities will be increased. According to Ibadoglu, equipping the municipalities with computers and internet access will cost about 1 million Azeri manats.